I'm back. What is up, Tampa Bay? The state of Florida has reopened, and I am proud to welcome you to the inaugural episode of Michael Clayton Live. I am your humble, yet awesome announcer, Chuck Turgeon. On this episode, Michael will be talking about the impact COVID-19 has had on the world and the current state of race relations in our nation following the death of George Floyd. Guests include local business owner Marcus McCants and the behavioral health coordinator for USF Athletics, Dr. Lee Dorpfeld. Plus, our title sponsor, Aero Environmental Services, will share how they help homeowners improve their quality of life by enabling them to fully enjoy the Florida lifestyle. And now, for your host, the always live, the always fly, Michael Clayton!
Wait a minute. Becky, I thought we were gonna have a band. Is that a music track I hear?
Michael, we can't have a band while we're social distancing.
Come on. Well, I can tell you at home that in the future of Michael Clayton Live, we will be jamming here in the studio. But for now, we want to ensure that our crew and our guests are safe. So, okay, no band for now. But you know, back in March, we were gearing up to launch this show. And although we had to wait a few months to kind of redefine the show, I mean, we were literally uprooted out of one studio. We found this place and my team had to build a new set. So we are really excited and finally here, excited to bring you the show with the mission of creating positive change through entertainment of all kinds. And we especially couldn't bring you this show if it wasn't for our title sponsor, Aero Environmental Services. Each week, our friends from Aero will educate you on how to keep your home free from pests. You know, like rats, mosquitoes, roaches. God, I hate a roach. And anybody who lives on the north or south side of the equator has seen a roach scurry across the floor. I mean, come on now. I even remember the first time I found out roaches fly. I was like Neo off the Matrix, dodging bullets, except it was a flying roach. All right. So we are excited to be partnering with Aero so that they can enlighten us on how to keep the creepy crawlers out of your house. Now, the past 2 months, we've had two events that shook our nation. I'm talking about the coronavirus pandemic and the tragic death of George Floyd. Now, I don't know about you, but staying at home the past 2 months, managing 5 kids has been a bit of a challenge for me, to say the least, from monitoring babysitters who keep my little ones during the day, making sure that they're safe and busy, to my middles, making sure that they're logged on to virtual class every day because they will sleep straight through a class if you don't wake them up. All the way to my biggin who just graduated from high school, who was one of many who had their prom stripped from them. She didn't let that bother her though. Let me tell you, my baby girl rocked her prom dress. She rocked her prom dress so hard, she was actually featured in an article on the front page of Yahoo. And I'm talking about, this article was about the do's and do nots for prom. And boy, did she do it. She did it, and she did it good, y'all. Daddy was so proud of her. And then since this coronavirus shut down, you know, I've somewhat mastered making TikTok videos with my kids, you know, how to snap it in, doing all that nice stuff. I mean, we're dancing, making memories, you know, making the most out of the time along with the family. Everything is chaotic, but the family is healthy. We're together. Life is still good. And then, an even bigger virus showed up, showed his mean, ugly face again. And it's a virus that has plagued this country for hundreds of years. I'm talking racism, police brutality by police officers against people of color, and the use of deadly force. George Floyd's life was taken as an officer of the Minneapolis Police Department sat on his neck for more than 8 minutes as George Floyd struggled to say, "I can't breathe." This isn't the first time we've heard this story. One officer's detestable actions have struck the home of every Black American and every other person that gives a damn. That number is to be determined because based on some of the Twitter and Facebook posts or comments that I've seen, sadly, it makes you say some things will never change. But the people who are doing what God instructs them to do, which is love your neighbor, will always fight for equality and the eradication of racial injustice for our country. And as a black man, I felt it was important for me to talk about this important issue as much as we need to. I mean, we're here now, 7:00 p.m. every Saturday night, and we're going to take advantage of this moment. God has blessed me to speak up. You know, the great Martin Luther King Jr. said, the ultimate measure of a man is not where he stands in the moment of comfort and convenience, but where he stands in times of challenge and controversy. Well, we are in that moment. And I'm not just talking about black folks. I'm talking about all races. I think we have a real opportunity here to make some real changes because you, no matter what your circumstance is, you can contribute positively to the change you want to see in the world. That means giving up prejudice of race, nationality, age, sex, religion, socioeconomic status, or political party. This is the moment where we decide if we want to move forward as a human race, not just forward, but onward and upward. We'll talk further about this issue with our guest today. So sit back, relax, and get ready for Michael Clayton Live.
Honey, look at our neighbors. They're out in their backyard again, barbecuing with friends, and their kids are playing outside.
Well, they use Aero Environmental Services. I would love to go out in our yard more, but every time we do, we get eaten alive by mosquitoes and the kids get bit by fire ants.
Maybe we should call Aero Environmental Services too.
If you want to take back your yard from unwanted pests, contact the folks at Aero Environmental Services Pest Control. With same-day service in most areas, you can start enjoying a pest-free lifestyle tomorrow.
My next guest is a Florida native from Zephyr Hills, attended Morehouse College in Atlanta on a football scholarship where he played quarterback. But he had his eyes on the prize, and it wasn't the NFL. It was getting his degree in finance and management and becoming a strong black productive man. He has worked for American Airlines, Bear Stearns, and he then opened a Wingstop 17 years ago, and he now has 3 locations, and he's an active part of the community and mentors young people. Welcome, my friend, Marcus McCants. Thank you for joining us, man.
Thanks for having me.
Man, every time I see you, you know what I want to say? Lemon pepper wings.
I know you do.
Man, how you been, man?
I'm doing good.
Listen, it wasn't coming out of a football tunnel, but it's the best that I could do, man. I thought you was going to come in and give me some high dap, you know what I mean, some high five. You remember those days back?
Listen, remember them. I want to get back to those days, but, you know, life has changed.
Oh, man, if your body feels anything like mine, that's just not going to happen. Listen, I want to get straight to the point, Marcus. You know, black people feel like they're marginalized. They feel that life is not fair and that there aren't a lot of opportunities for them. You alone defied that stereotype as a black man. What was it about your life that kind of set you apart and allowed you to make room for success?
You know, Mike, it's a good question. I was fortunate enough to have an older brother who went through the recruiting process. He went to college on a football scholarship 3 years before I did. And through his failures, he educated me and made sure I didn't make those same mistakes. He was a great big brother, he was. So where he would make mistakes, he would make sure I didn't make those same mistakes. Yeah. So, you know, that was the first part to it. You know, being raised by a single mom, you know, she taught us, hey, listen, things aren't fair. You know, go ahead and say it now, get it out of the way. But you're not going to give up. So knowing that, then, okay, you know what you're dealing with, you just got to deal with it. You know?
Was education ever a factor? I've heard terms like, you know, a formal education can make you a living, but a self-education can make you wealthy. Did your education at Morehouse kind of help set you apart and keep you focused on a career path for success?
Oh, it definitely did. It definitely did. That's kind of what they breed into you. You know, hey, listen, we're going to give you the tools to be successful and how to navigate throughout this world. And I think it was the best decision I ever made. Yeah.
We're living in a tough time. You know, the tragic death of George Floyd, riots worldwide. Whether you're a black business owner or a business owner, if you were in a proximity of where the riots were taking place, your business had a potential of getting burned down. How do you feel about the reaction of so many people worldwide over that case that happened with George Floyd?
I think people are just tired, and this was an incident that people are coming out and they're speaking up about it. 2 weeks prior, we had another incident with Ahmaud Arbery, and people were tired then, but this was kind of the straw that broke the camel's back. So I can understand the protesting. I think the rioting kind of come from people not being able to express themselves, being able to articulate how they feel. I think back when I was a kid and you're so angry and you want to cause harm to someone, you can't explain why you're crying before you fight them.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what I think is happening.
The impact that is made on someone like myself, being a person of influence in the community, it's always important to make sure that you're saying the right things. And for me, I was angry at first, and I couldn't really make a statement because I didn't want to make the mistake of speaking out on my emotions and possibly influencing young people to do how I felt.
Right.
How important is it for the black community when they do speak out to make sure that their message is aimed towards, a positive result?
It may sound cliche, but I almost think that people need to write things down, because your first reaction is to react, and that's not always the best reaction. So if you think things out, write things out, maybe you can articulate how you feel. So when the camera is in front of you, you can deliver the message instead of letting the message get hijacked by things that has nothing to do with it. Yeah. A lot of times, we are angry because of what's happening to someone who looks like us because they look like us. And our message isn't being conveyed because we're so upset. Protesting starts to, now it turns to loitering, and looting. And when people start looting, now the message gets lost.
Right. This is the world we live in. You have your location. One of your locations is literally a block away from University Mall, where the riots took place.
Right.
Champs got burned down and some other buildings went to fire. Were you concerned on that day for your business? Did it make you feel like, black people won't burn my establishment down? Or were you in a position where, anything could happen on this day because of the anger that arose?
Like terrified. I don't think that it's that simple to say that they're not going to burn my building down because it's a black-owned business. When people are angry and they react and they do things out of anger, they're not always thinking, so you're fighting and you throw something, you damage somebody's car. That may not be your intentions. I don't think that people gave it enough thought to say, hey, I'm going to burn down this particular building because, more times than not, they probably don't know who the owner is anyway. So, but yeah, I was so nervous. And actually, two of my locations were right in the middle of it. The Fowler location was right next to University Mall. Then I have a new location in Temple Terrace, which is right on 56 and Bush. Yeah. So I know there were stores in the plaza which got damaged also.
Yeah. As we close, this show is geared to have a platform for people to speak truth and to speak influence. What's your message to young people and to other races at this time right now that we live in that can help them move forward in a positive direction?
Okay. I think that anyone who saw that video to see, a person not just a black person, a person get killed, if it doesn't affect you, then I think that you have to check yourself. You have to check yourself. I love the fact that so many people of different races are coming out and they're protesting, because here's the truth. We can't solve racism as black men. You can't. Other races have to step up and say something. And if you're silent, then you're perpetuating the problem. You're not helping out by not saying anything. And I see a lot of young people are actually coming out and they're saying things that I'm hoping that maybe this is what's needed. Because for so long, people have been quiet and they're thinking it doesn't affect them personally. But by you not saying something, you're affecting it. You're perpetuating the cause.
Thank you for what you do for our community, our young people. Thank you for a thriving black-owned business in our communities, giving an inspiration to youngsters growing up who want to become entrepreneurs. Thank you for what you do, my man.
Man, I appreciate it, man.
Special thanks to our additional sponsors. Air conditioning provided by Ierna's Heating and Cooling. Studio carpeting provided by Floor Depot, located in Clearwater. And lighting provided by Production Services and Systems.
Your quality of life is impacted by pests trying to make your home their home. And in Florida, they're taking it to another level. Aero Environmental Services provides effective pest control that improves your quality of life so you can truly relax and enjoy yourself with friends and family.
At Aero Environmental Services, we keep your family and pets safe from unwanted pests. To learn more, visit aeroservices.com and schedule your free total home pest evaluation today.
Our next guest today is someone that everyone could use in their life, whether it's anxiety, depression, stress, addiction, family, or marriage counseling, and the list goes on. Dr. Lee Dorpfeld has been a therapist for over 25 years, working with teens and adults and college and professional athletes. He also specializes in sports psychology and works as USF's Athletic Behavioral Health Coordinator. Please give it up for Dr. Lee Dorpfeld. Thank you so much, man. You've worked with professional athletes. How did it feel to do the celebrity walk?
It
Man?
was awesome. I was in my pregame routine. I was getting myself ready. I was getting my mental space ready to come out here and do all these things that we're going to do today and talk about all this stuff. It was like pre-gaming for sure.
That's exactly what I wanted to feel like. Well, if you don't think that you need help from stress and anxiety at the start of the new year, I bet after COVID and protests and riots, you've changed your mind. Dr. Lee, have you seen an uptick since the lockdown orders or anxiety from social unrest?
Yeah, for sure. One of the things that we've definitely seen is an increase in people coming in with low-level anxieties, depressions, things like that, trying to get ahead of the curve a little bit. I think one of the things that's always an ongoing problem when these kind of things happen, and as you know, we have nothing to compare it to, right? So what happens is we have a lot of people that have lost their ability to get services, and they're reaching out and they're saying, listen, we need help, we need services, but we can't get it. We've lost our jobs, we've lost our insurance, we've lost the ways to pay for it, those kind of things, and expanding our services out to be able to kind of support some of those people as well. But I also think at this time, a lot of the stigma is being reduced because so many people are struggling in so many different ways that it's almost become fashionable or cool to, like, at least I find I have my own therapist and it's like a cool thing now. It's not like one of those things that was like, I got my own therapist.
That was actually my next question, and as a former athlete, I don't have to ask if a stigma exists because of what I thought therapy was before I actually got therapy, and to go through the process and see how revealing it was and how beneficial it was to me. I know that the stigma exists. My question is, do you think that stigma is being erased? And as you mentioned, people are thinking it more common now.
Yeah. Well, I think there's still difference between the general population and certainly the athletic population, whether that be college or pro. So let me address that kind of first from the general population. I think in general, we're seeing a much more relaxed judgment of people seeking help. Unfortunately, in today's society, even before COVID, even before the racial situations that are going on, we are seeing people have a harder time, right? We're seeing suicide rates go up. We're seeing alcohol and drug situations going up. We're seeing domestic violence situations go up among all populations, all part of the country, all age ranges. So the need for people to learn how to handle the things that they have to handle on a daily basis continues to go up. And I think that's scary.
Right. We've been hit with a double whammy. COVID and then the social unrest because of the rioting and protests. For what does life look like for a USF athlete? What are they going through, especially the athletes of color? How are they responding in this crucial time that the country is going through?
They're being awesome. We have awesome young ladies and young gentlemen in our program. Really proud of the work that they're doing, really proud of the work that our coaches and our administration is doing to support them as well. There's been a number of things that we've been able to support them on while they're out, because I'm sure that this would not be unfamiliar to you as a situation in which all of a sudden things were just cut, right?
Yeah.
We're in the middle of our spring sports. We're in the middle of just starting up spring football. We got a bunch of stuff going on, and all of a sudden it's like, nope, stop.
Right.
We're all done. We can't do anything, and we don't know when we can, right?
Yes.
So everybody's thrown for a loop. Everything's kind of just this tumultuous roller coaster, but we don't know when it's going to end.
Right.
Like the hardest part that I think that we're all dealing with in this space is the idea of, usually we know when a season ends, right? We know the last game or when the last minute of the clock runs out. We got all that kind of stuff. We have those parameters,
Right.
that structure, right?
Right.
So in this situation, we have no idea when it's going to really run out. So what we've done really well and what our kids have responded to in an incredible way is working on building connections. Yeah. Connections with each other, with their teammates, with their coaches, with the support staff, with their athletic trainers, with our medical staff, with their coaches, with administrators. I think where we're really ahead of the curve and doing a really good job is building those connections and making sure those are strong.
Always good to stay ahead. And Doc, thank you so much for servicing our athletes at USF. I know that your time is precious and we want to make sure you get back to those athletes. But I want to spend some time with you because there's so much more information that we can bring to the public. But thank you so much for spending this time with me.
No, I really appreciate the opportunity to be here with you. Good luck with the show. I think this is an awesome format.
Thank you. Well, did you know that the increase of ordering online packages due to the pandemic, you could be inviting bugs into your home? Well, we'll tell you right after the break when we introduce you to our title sponsor, Arrow Environmental Services. We'll be right back.
Check us out on Facebook, Instagram, and to see expanded interviews, subscribe to our YouTube channel at Michael Clayton Live.
Well, I hope you've been enjoying the show so far. It would not be possible without our next guest and title sponsor, Arrow Environmental Services. Joining me is Bob Wilgus, Marketing Director. Welcome, Bob, to our inaugural show. Thank you for joining us today.
Absolute pleasure to be here. Thanks for having me.
Well, Bob, how long has Arrow providing great pest control service?
Since 1958, we've been providing pest control, termite control services for homeowners and businesses in West Florida, Southwest Florida, and all the way out to Central Florida.
Now, Bob, this is a lifestyle and entertainment show, and most people would think that pest control service and lifestyle and entertainment television have nothing in common, but I've learned that Arrow begs to differ.
Absolutely. At the end of the day, our job is to help control pests, and pest control is also much about public and health safety. But at the end of the day, our focus is improving our customers' quality of life by providing effective pest control services. I mean, we live in Florida, we spend a lot of time outside, and being able to enjoy the outdoors without getting bit by mosquitoes or having critters that we're going to talk about in subsequent episodes, you want to be able to enjoy the lifestyle that we've come to know and love here in Florida. And so part of our focus every single day is making sure that our customers can enjoy their lifestyle. Those are the kind of services and the kind of mindset that we bring when we provide our services to our customers.
Well, you also provide comfort to people like myself. I've been able to spend a lot of time with you, and you brought joy to me because at first I panicked a little bit because people have the misconception that if you have a dirty home, that equates to having roaches.
Well, the real short story is one of our customers kept calling us back saying, you keep coming to my house treating for roaches. So we put a pest detector, a trap, in their kitchen, and the technician came back and he said, ma'am, you've got German cockroaches. She goes, I keep a clean house. I mean, it's my focus. I love a clean house. And he said, well, I see a box over there in the corner. What is that? And she said, well, it's an Amazon delivery. And he said, German cockroach eggs are very common to be brought in on cardboard boxes. So if you want to eliminate them, we'll treat them right now. When you get a box in, leave it in the garage, open it there on your front step, put it someplace where try not to bring those boxes in, because you're probably bringing the eggs in. So we can treat them today, but in 30 days later, those little guys will have gone down beneath your sink, hatched, and start, oh, here we go. I know you're not a big fan of cockroaches.
I'm a grown man, Bob.
Right.
I don't fear anything except a cockroach. All right. And it just gets me. So, the reason why I love having you on is because we want to educate people on the conversations that are really tough to have. Nobody wants to talk about having roaches or pests or, problems of that such. So moving forward in the next couple of shows, what are some other tips or some other topics that we'll kind of discuss to kind of educate people on how to have a good lifestyle at home?
Because this is a lifestyle program, we're going to focus a lot of what we're going to share with you and the viewers are things that impact us every day. So we're going to talk about common lawn issues, having a green, healthy lawn. I know that you're kind of focused on having a healthy green lawn yourself, and so we're going to cover some important things to think about, St. Augustine grass and the different kinds of things like that. We're going to talk about your least favorite pest, the cockroach. And we're also going to talk about probably one of the most damaging pests in our area, and that's termites. And there's a couple of kinds that are really common in the area, and the kind of damage they can cause to your home, how we can treat and prevent that. So again, think about it from a lifestyle perspective. You want to have a beautiful lawn. You want to be the envy of your neighbors. You want to dispel the myths about, I don't have a dirty house, how can I have pests? Very common thing, we hear it every day. And also the kind of damage that certain kind of pests can cause, and how we can help people enjoy their life more pest-free. And then we're going to talk about mosquitoes. We're going to cover a lot of things in the next couple of weeks.
I've heard you describe the termite as the $1 billion bug.
$5
billion bug.
That's
so
right.
A lot of great information coming to our viewers.
Absolutely.
And we want you, the viewers, to get involved with our show. If there's any questions that you have about pest issues, we want to cover it right here on the show. Drop us a line at arrowservices.com/Michael, and we'll be sure to answer all of your questions. Bob, thank you so much for joining us. Look forward to more conversation, healthy conversations.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me. Thank you.
I just want to personally say thank you to the team for all of their hard work to make this show happen. This set looks absolutely phenomenal. And without the love and support of my team, Becky, Tammy, Chuck, Steve, and so many more, from the bottom of my heart, I just want to say thank you for making this a dream come true.